From Istanbul to Tel Aviv and Washington to Islamabad, the global chessboard is being violently shaken. Imagine this scenario. A covert peace deal brings a sigh of relief to a weary world. The leader of a nuclear-armed state announces an unprecedented alignment with a major regional power, and simultaneously, an Israeli prime minister takes to the airwaves to issue a blistering warning to the White House. Here are the breathtaking details of a fast-moving diplomatic storm, beginning with a geopolitical earthquake in Istanbul. The Istanbul Summit, a new power axis. At the historic Vahdettin Palace overlooking the Bosphorus, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif stood before the world to announce an alliance that has sent shockwaves through rival capitals. Addressing a stunned audience, Sharif declared, "Pakistan and Turkey are two nations acting as one. Turkey's success is Pakistan's success, and Pakistan's progress is Turkey's progress." Sharif's rhetoric was backed by a massive diplomatic bombshell. He revealed that Islamabad had successfully brokered a historic covert agreement between the United States and Iran, positioning himself as the primary architect of regional peace. This evolving partnership marks a new strategic era aimed at boosting bilateral trade to $5 billion, deepening mutual military and defense cooperation, and reaffirming Islamabad's absolute backing for the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, matched by Ankara's unwavering support for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan wasted no time capitalizing on the moment, delivering a sharp diplomatic blow to Tel Aviv. Erdogan stated that the world could finally breathe easier thanks to the U.S.-Iran breakthrough brokered by Pakistan. However, he then leveled a direct, scathing accusation against Israel, claiming it's governed by a genocide network working relentlessly behind the scenes to sabotage the ceasefire with Iran. The Israeli response was immediate and fiercely defiant. Appearing on Israel's Channel 14, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu fired back. Erdogan's talk of destroying Israel and controlling Jerusalem proves he has completely forgotten that the Ottoman Empire is long gone. The state of Israel, its army, and its people are here to stay, and we will not allow anyone to threaten us. Netanyahu's diplomatic offensive extended across multiple fronts. He disclosed ongoing high-stakes security talks with Egypt regarding border arrangements, and highly praised the magnificent performance of Haredi soldiers in southern Lebanon. In a dramatic preemptive move just hours before U.S. President Donald Trump's scheduled arrival at the NATO summit in Turkey, Netanyahu appeared on Fox News to issue a stern warning to Washington: "Do not sell advanced weaponry to Ankara." Netanyahu characterized Turkey as a regime deeply influenced by the Muslim Brotherhood, demanding that Washington halt any supply of advanced F-35 fighter jets or engine components to Ankara. He argued that such a move would shatter the Middle East's balance of power, which hinges on Israel's aerial supremacy. Meanwhile, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan doubled down during a CNN Turk broadcast, asserting that Ankara remains unfazed by threats. Israel has lost all ability to deceive global public opinion after its blatant massacres. It is now desperately searching for a new enemy to deflect from its destructive image. Confrontation is not an issue for us. If Israeli policies conflict with our national and regional interests, we have absolutely no reason to fear or back down. Israel is not just a problem for Turkey or Erdogan, it's a problem for the entire world. Internal backlash, the Armenian genocide dilemma. Even as Netanyahu projects strength abroad, his domestic front is fracturing over an unexpected issue. The Israeli government's recent decision to formally recognize the Armenian genocide has drawn sharp criticism at home. Professor Ephraim Inbar slammed the move as a childish, trivial mistake driven by historical score settling rather than cold, hard strategic interests. The decision has severely jeopardized Israel's deep strategic alliance with Azerbaijan. Leaders of Azerbaijan's three distinct Jewish communities issued an urgent appeal to the Knesset, begging them to reverse the decision before it irreparably damages the trust between Tel Aviv and Baku. In a shocking twist, even Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan declined to welcome Israel's recognition, explicitly rejecting the use of the Armenian tragedy as a political weapon in regional disputes. The NATO summit, a ticking clock. As Air Force One prepares to touch down in Turkey for the high-stakes NATO summit, the world is watching closely. Will Erdogan and Sharif manage to safeguard their diplomatic breakthrough, or will Netanyahu's intense lobbying alter Donald Trump's calculus entirely? Istanbul Airport has effectively become the center of gravity for global diplomacy. The upcoming NATO summit is no longer a routine gathering. It's a high-stakes arena that will define the contours of a new Middle East. President Donald Trump finds himself caught in a complex geopolitical squeeze. The hammer, intense Israeli pressure to block critical arms deals with Ankara. The anvil, the vital strategic necessity of keeping Turkey anchored as a powerful NATO ally, especially now that Ankara and Islamabad have proven they can bypass traditional American frameworks to shift regional dynamics. Regional capitals on high alert. Tehran watching these rapid developments with intense caution, fully aware that Israeli maneuvers are designed to push Iran back into isolation and preparing to respond to any attempts to sabotage the agreement. Egypt unsettled by Netanyahu's public commentary on strict border security, viewing it as an attempt to impose a new reality on their borders. This is driving Egyptian diplomats to ramp up urgent communications with regional powers to safeguard national security and prevent any encroachment on their sovereignty. We're standing today on the precipice of one of the most dangerous historical turning points in the region. Axes are forming, rhetoric is sharpening, and everyone has their finger on the diplomatic and military trigger, waiting for the first spark. Will we witness the birth of a new regional order led by the emerging alliances between Ankara and Islamabad, or will Netanyahu successfully leverage the halls of Washington to curb this rise and reshuffle the deck in its favor? We will stay with you around the clock to bring you the finest details and what is happening behind closed doors. Stay tuned, the coming days hold much more.